Hello, Kelly Drury here, Galway, Ireland. It's October 12th, 2023. I thought I would just take a moment to come on and talk a little bit about my new program orientation. Many of you have been reaching out asking questions, and I thought this would be a way to address some of those and just give you a little bit more detail. Orientation is a program I put together. I'm an acupuncturist and herbalist, although on a bit of a sabbatical right now from private practice. And in my private practice, though, I always would integrate astrology and other systems like human design and gene keys into the sessions with my patients because I found them to be incredibly invaluable in helping to orient people to what that particular chapter of their life was all about. Our birth information, meaning our birth date, birth time, and birth location, has an immense amount of wisdom behind it. And I've been studying that for a minimum of 20 some odd years, and it has never let me down in being a wonderful guidance system to the way that I conduct my life and the way that I make decisions and, move forward, including doing this, which was to make a pretty big decision and make a big change in my life in honor of my heart and what my heart was craving and has been wanting for a number of years. So, what is orientation? Well, it's 3 deep dive sessions with me on Zoom. We tend to be on the phone close to 2 hours with each of those sessions. I try to conduct them within a 6-week period so that we don't lose momentum. But there's some time in between sessions to integrate some of what you've learned. What I learned over the years of getting astrology readings, is that there's too much to talk about in an hour. And a lot of the times I would come away a bit overwhelmed and not really clear how to necessarily integrate all that I was learning in that session. And I hear this over and over and over again. So when people are asking me to do like an hour reading with them, it's barely going to scratch the surface. I like to go deeper with people, and I like people to walk away with some real practical knowledge and awareness of, not just their chart, but like just astrology in general and what the stars are doing at any given moment and how that impacts us. So helping people, become a little bit more adept at understanding astrology in the day-to-day life. So what are the things that are covered in these sessions? Well, we primarily are going to go through everything that we call natal, meaning whatever your birth time, birth date, and birth location is, there is a lot of information about you based on that. And I would really, while you can still do readings without a birth time, if you want to do this program, I highly recommend you actually have your birth time. It'll be much more specific. It's not to say you wouldn't get a lot out of it. Trust me, you would. And I would still encourage it. But I would say if you have the opportunity to find your birth time on a birth certificate, or at the very least, if you have a way of contacting a parent that might know, that would be worth your while, if not now, for the rest of your life. These sessions would all be recorded, and so it's really something that you would have access to for the rest of your life as a resource about you. And additionally, if you've ever worked with me, you know that I'm a bit of a medium and an intuitive, and so lots of other things may come through in a session as well that are specifically for you. We also tend to focus on one area of life that you are currently, looking to have more information about, or you're curious about, whether that's your work, whether it's about starting a family, or if it's about, moving to a new location or ending a relationship. It could be anybody can be in any form of a transition. I specialize in transitions. I did always in acupuncture as well. Almost everybody would come in the middle of a pretty major transition in their life. So that's my sweet spot in helping guide people through moments like that in very practical ways. And so that is integrated into these sessions. I like them between sessions to give someone homework to do and start to notice and observe some of what we've talked about in those sessions. A big part of actually integrating this information, though, is that you first need to really decondition from who you think you are. We came into this world and the world started telling us who we were, whether that was our parents or school or, anywhere else that we've gotten a tremendous amount of influence. And unfortunately, that is not influence that is particular to our genius, here on Earth. And as far as I'm concerned, if we can just orient towards that, life gets so much easier. There is so much more flow to life when we are actually living from the way we were designed to live. And trust me, it's different for everyone. And it's a beautiful thing. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I haven't mentioned. There's a lot of work I put into these sessions prior to our actual 2 hours together. So I do price it accordingly, and but it's a bit of an investment. And to be honest, I imagine that the price of that will continue to go up over the time of me offering it. So please reach out now if you are interested, and I can let you know what the price is now. I'm considering offering a bit of a coupon code or discount for anyone between now, and through this eclipse season, because it is a particularly harder time for people because a lot of change tends to come upon us. But I believe we're in a time where we're meant to be changing and reorienting ourselves, and I love guiding people through that process. It's my greatest love and my greatest work, and I just get such joy from it. So I try to keep things light and fun as well. It doesn't mean that we don't talk about challenging things. But for the most part, I would say most people, even if there's tears, it's like tears of acknowledgement. They feel seen and affirmed for what it is they truly desire and that they really want to move forward with. And there's probably very few people or avenues in their life that are going to validate that for them. So it's my hopes that if you're in one of those moments in your life, or if you're looking to lead a group of people into this new world, that you invest in something like this, if not with me, with someone else, because it's invaluable. It's invaluable to be living from a place of freedom and desire versus of obligation and restriction. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I guess if not, just feel free to be in touch with me. You can, reach out to me. My email is Kelly, Kelly, at kellydrury.com. My last name is Drury. So again, Kelly at kellydrury.com. You can also reach out to me via social media, whether Instagram or Facebook, if you're interested. And I can provide you a link, if you'd like to register. I can only accept a certain amount of people a month to do this because of the amount of time it takes me to put these sessions together. So if this is something you are looking to do sooner than later, please be in touch, because I have some people who've already reached out saying that they'd like to get on my schedule as time goes on. So without further ado, I wish you a wonderful day. I wish you a wonderful fall, this metal season, and any release of parts of you that are no longer serving you. Honor that. It's important. When we release those things, it only allows more ease in the parts of us that are truly here to lead us to come forward. Okay, have a wonderful day.